We won't live long in this world. But how we live our life, short or long, that is what counts. That is what we can bring with us after life. When you die, it will all flashing in front of you, like a video. Well, for the initiate, maybe not, because the master will come and take you immediately to whichever spiritual level that you belong. And the best is to the fifth, but even then not, then you slowly go up later on. By the way, before I forget, I want to tell you about the fifth level and the fourth level, okay?
Yes, Master. Thank you.
Because many of you always say, Master, can we go to the original universe? That is where we were working, okay? And those beings there, they have been born, they've been created in purity. They can stay there in the purity and in the pure energy. You cannot. When you go to the fifth level, you still have up to 1% ego left. Anyway, that is the fifth level. So you could not go to the original universe. There's no purpose. On fifth level, you will be blissful, happy all day long, and even have still 1% to enjoy that bliss, to recognize that bliss and happiness. All right. The fifth level were created outside. It's still in the shadow world. It cannot be counted as the original universe, but it is a plane of spiritual blissfulness and forever happiness, okay? And you still can feel almost like a human here, because you have 1% ego left for you to feel. Otherwise, the master from there will not ever descend to the world to help anyone, because he won't feel anything. He won't feel sad or sorrow from anyone. Understand? That's the connection to the suffering world or even to hell. So that if necessary, the master will come down and help people. Got that?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
And this world, the fourth and the fifth, that's why in the Buddhist Sutra, the Buddha always mentioned that you must超三界, meaning have to get out of the three world. You see, the three world is the one created temporarily only due to the Maya or due to the merit of the people who can stay and enjoy such heavens. But they will be destroyed someday. So it's not permanent. Only from the fourth and the fifth you can rely on. And when you are fourth level, you are saint already. Yes, you behave differently. You talk differently. You feel different. Feel sympathetic to others. Very much like it is you who are hurt already, okay? And then you will look sanely. And you don't have to ever be reborn again. I mean, like a non-initiate, non-Kuan Yin practitioner. Mostly even if they practice all kind of asceticism, even go without food, without drink, they could hardly get to the fourth level. The whole lifetime. They could hardly hear heavenly music, could hardly see heavenly light inside. Very seldom. Unless that this person has a chance to even catch a glimpse of master somewhere, of a really enlightened master somewhere, fifth level master, at least somewhere, then somehow, miraculously, they will go up to the fourth level. Otherwise, 3 level maximum. And under control of the creator, of the Maya illusion. Yeah. So this fourth level is more or less like a buffer zone, actually, between the 3 worlds and the fifth level. The fifth level, they call it the true name, the true God. Yes. Of course, from the whole creation, from a hell all the way up to the fifth level. He is the true God. And by the way, when the master came to the world, she already made compromise with the other 3 lower worlds from, even from hell all the way to the 3rd level already. Take on how much suffering and how much souls she or he can take due to his or her power, strong or not strong enough. How many souls he or she takes depends on his or her power to negotiate with the three lower worlds. Because the beings who are born and recycle in these three lower worlds owns a lot to the Maya, the clothes they wear, the food they eat. Even if they pay money, they still need the magic power of the lower world to have food to eat. Otherwise, no food will manifest. No food will be available. No food will even be harvested. Nothing. Therefore, anyone who is in this world have to pay debt to the three world. The lower, the more debt, because less merit, too much karma. So when the master come down to take them to the fifth level, which is we call the Satpurus, God area, or the name. I have told you already in the time of initiation. So the three lower world kings agree. So whoever know the master and call their name, they will let them pass. Of course, provided if their merit is enough to pass. Otherwise, just calling their name, they would be helpful, or at least their subordinates will not be harmful or trying to drag you down. They might try still, but they still allow you to use your spiritual merit to get past. If you have, they still allow master power to help you.
谢谢师父。
That is why when the master tell you this name, he or she charge it with the energies of his or her, the master power merit. Not like everybody can recite it, the name, even know the name is useless. You understand that?
Yes, Master.
Not much use. Because they control these three worlds. They don't want the souls to escape, except the souls that know the master, that master empower them. Even by one look, that person is ensured. If he doesn't do too heinous crime from that time on, then that person is ensured liberation, at least one person. And the initiates can take their relatives and friends with them also after they die, provided that person don't do too much heinous crime, like Mu Qianlian, mother, Mu Qianlian's Mu Qing, the mother of Mu Qianlian. She cheat and she lied to the monks and make them eat the meat and all the thing that is the monks don't eat, not supposed to eat. Therefore, because she treat the monks not respectfully and even cheat them, lure them into eating things that they're not supposed to eat. Therefore, she has to go to hell. And whatever she swallow become burning fire in her throat. Therefore, this person, Mu Qianlin, even though he's one of the foremost disciples of the Buddha, still cannot help his mother. You see that? Even though with the Buddha's initiation and the practice of the heaven, light, and sound, there's evidence everywhere in the Buddhist sutra that they practice light and sound method. Yes, you remember one of the last word of wisdom? One of the monks, Buddha disciple, asked why that monk did not hear any sound. So you know that it's a sound inside. Because how can we not hear the sound outside? He's not deaf. So the Buddha said because he didn't concentrate on that. He concentrated only on the light. So he see the light, but don't hear the sound. And the other one of the monks, he practiced for 3 months and not even one time the light come to him. It's in Buddhist story. I don't know if I told you that story or not. Maybe another time if I didn't. Not even a flashing light come to him. Yes, all the 3 months. And then he was fed up, discouraged. He packed his things up and go back to the Buddha. He thinks that staying near the Buddha, he will see the light better. So that's, you understand? Even though the Buddha don't mention the inside light, but it is inside light. Because the outside light we all can see anyway. So that means when he didn't see any light inside, that means he doesn't see the inside light. You understand now?
Yes, Master.
Everybody understand?
Yes, Master.
Okay. So studying some other sutra, like the thing we put out for you from Word of Wisdom, are very good for you. So that you know what is right, what is wrong. So that you know you follow the right path. For some of you who are still very on a lower level of consciousness, to strengthen more your faith and practice more diligently. For those who are with wisdom, intuitive wisdom, inborn wisdom, or from past life wisdom, or high level in the Kuan Yin practice, they know. They don't have to even see any sutra or listen to any of the preaching. They would understand. They would hold on to their faith forever. And faith is, we say faith in the religion, they say faith is the mother of all merit. Yes. Jesus also said, blessed are the ones who don't even see but believe. It is like that. Okay? So the one who don't even have proof but believe have merit. Okay?
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
So the fifth level is created by Tim Kotu. And all the saints will stay there and keep the world, keep that spiritual place always in pristine condition and bliss. And whoever are meritorious enough, they'll come down, get them, or praying strong enough, hard enough, or really want to see God, really want to liberate themselves. Then the saints will descend from that fifth heaven, come down, get you up. It still look like inside the shadow world, but it don't belong to the shadow world. It's created by the side, one side, outside of the shadow world. But it's not, of course, it's not the original universe then. But still, it's outside the shadow world, and you're liberated forever. No one can touch you there. That's what it is, the fifth level, okay?
Yes,
Okay,
Master.
Master. Thank you, Master.
Thank you, Master.
And Satpurus is the highest god over there. He's the one who chair over the fifth universe, the fifth world, and who appointed any master who came down, who has affinity with humans, to come down to help other sentient beings, okay? And the fourth level is also created in a lesser degree for those who are not ready to be able to live in the fifth world, then can sojourn there for a while, or forever even, because nobody also can touch them there. They also happy, blissful, forever like that. And they have the light surrounding them all the time. And all the lights of all the beings in there make that world very bright and very sunshining and happy and blissful. It's all the same. Also the God who the name I mentioned to you during time of initiation, he's also appointed as the caretaker. Of course, he has a lot of retinues, a lot of subordinates to help him, same like Satpurus. So don't worry about Master go to the original universe and leave you alone. Master is also at the fifth level, okay? Working with other saints to help you, to make you happy there, to lend the energy to keep that world forever. Understand that? Okay?
Yes, yes,
Understand,
Master.
Master.
Thank you, Master. Thank you, Master.
It's just by the way. In the Buddhist Sutra, Buddha also tell one of his disciples who were in prison. She was a queen and she was imprisoned unjustly, maybe by her son, I forgot. And then she prayed to the Buddha, and the Buddha came to her and preached this Amitabha Buddha Sutra to her. Tell her that you imagine the Buddha's land of Amitabha Buddha has such and such attributes: beautiful trees, a golden paved road, crystal, diamond-like houses, and the fruits and everything are made of jewels. And the lotus ponds and beautiful is all made of precious substances. Imagine all that and recite the Amitabha Buddha names all the time, non-stop. Then you can be born in there. Because that world is also created by Amitabha Buddha with his own merit. Therefore, if any saint, if any of us who practice very well life after life and then vow to give the merit to other beings, and you have enough power of spiritual sincerity and merit, then you can create a world like that. In the fourth level is full of places like that, a created spiritual refuge to all beings, whoever merits enough to go there and to stay. So the fourth and fifth level are to be reliable, to be relied upon, not the third, not the second, not the astral, and least of all the human. And of course, hell, forget it. Don't ever think of hell, don't ever go there. Yeah, some of you went there and come home and tell of the horror stuff because you have affinity with some people there and then you went there, you help them. If you go there, the hell will empty that day. Our soul will be liberated and went back to maybe become humans or animals or something. It's not suffering in hell anymore. So the power of your spiritual merit can help everywhere, not just on the human world. Material help are just small things. Of course, we have to help people. But spiritual help is the ultimate. It's the sublime assistance that we can give to anyone in any world, any beings. Capish?
Yes,
Capiche.
yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Capiche.